సరసంగ చాలక్ మాననీయ డాక్టర్ మోహన్ జీ భాగవత్ గారు మధ్యలో మన యొక్క కార్యక్రమం దృష్ట్యా పరమ పూజనీయ సరసంగ చాలక్ డాక్టర్ మోహన్ జీ భాగవత్ గారిని అందరూ కూడా మార్గదర్శనం చేయాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం.
माननीय सह क्षेत्र संघचालक जी, माननीय प्रांत संघचालक जी, उपस्थित सभी बंधुभगी, the program has been arranged because Sangha has completed the 100 years of its work. Decided that authentic information about Sangha is lacking. RSS name is famous, but what RSS is and what it does is not clear. Even well-wishers of Sangha or even soldiers of Sangha, they have no full idea because it is difficult. Sangha work is one of its type. There is no other comparable work from which we can know. If we want to know anything, the usual method is from known to unknown. But there is no comparable known. So, to know Sangha, you have to experience it and ponder upon it. Then only slowly the Sangha thing unfolds. Our second Sarsanga Jalak, Shri Guruji, used to say that now I am Sarsanga Jalak for 15 years. I know a little about RSS. That's what he used to say. Then Sangha has been subjected to very bitter opposition, misinformation, mispropaganda, all these things have been going on against Sangha for the last 70 years. Now they are mostly ineffective, but a time was there when they used to impress the minds. Now it doesn't impress the minds, but the information is not there. Narratives people know. Propaganda people know. What are the facts? They do not. And therefore, it was decided that through such baitaks, such meetings, what Sangha is exactly should be conveyed. Now, words cannot convey full meaning. The experience is the only way. But at least to experience a thing, we must be assured about it. It is not poison. Visha ki pariksha nahi lete. That much information I am going to give you. And I will start with what RSS is not. Then I will come to what RSS is. Sangha has not started as a reaction to any particular situation or as an opposition to the particular section or as a competition to anybody else. People say Sangha wants power. No, we don't want it. We don't want power, popularity, fame, nothing. It is thrust upon us. We don't go after it. That is not our objective. People say Sangha is anti-Muslim, anti-minority, anti-Christian. No. Sangha never opposes. Sarvesham avirodhyat. That is the type. And a particular situation was there. And out of reaction, we started this work. That's what. Sangha is a work which has come to fulfill everything that goes on for the betterment of our people and our country, our nation, our Rashtra. In Telugu, Rashtra is province, Pradesh, state. When I say Rashtra, originally, Rashtra means whole of our nation. That nation is also a misnomer. I will come to that after. You see, after 1857 War of Independence, which we lost, people started thinking, why did we lose? We are in our country. Our numbers were overwhelming. We had such a rich tradition. We had kings, we had very brave soldiers, we had riches, everything we had. But 8 times people from outside, handful of people, not in any way better than us, much lower than us, they came, they conquered us. This happened not once, 8 times. British were the 8th. Before Sikandar, it started. Alexander. Before him. Kushans, then Sikandar, then Shaka. All right. This went on. Then there came Islam. Then British. So what is the reason? So many people thought about that, and there were 4 conclusions. 4 conclusions appealed to 4 different types of people and 4 streams of work to rejuvenate our country's flag. First was okay, once we lost, but again we have to fight. There is no other way. We have to defeat the armed might of British by armed strength. That we call revolutionaries, Krantikara. After Subhash Babu's disappearance after 1945, that stream continued. And many brave hearts were born out of that stream. And we are inspired by them even today. But after independence, that stream was not necessary. And therefore, duly it was taken back. Savarkarji lived up to 1968, 1965, 66, something. But he officially concluded his armed struggle in Pune, Vijayawada. He said, now we are independent. This is not necessary. Sangata was done. Then another set of people said, no. It is not the armed might that we are defeated. We are defeated because our common people are not politically active. We have to go into politics. Through politics, we have to awaken the people, bring them to streets for independence, then we can defeat British. And that stream also, it did its job. It brought all common people for independence on streets. A lot of Jagaran was there. Public awareness was there. And this, combined with all other ways to awaken our people, caused creation of a popular might which defeated British, drove them out. But there were another set of people who said, okay, we have to fight with British, but first we have to be better than them. We are much inferior than them. We are plagued by so many rudis and paramparas which are not fitting to the times. We are selfish, we are divided. All these things first we have to improve. We have to remove these ills. So, reform. Reform movement is still going on. But unfortunately, the reformers became the island in the society. In a village near Nagpur, Mangrul Datta, there were 38 castes living in the village. The Mahatma came and started the caste eradication before independence. Nowadays, those 39 castes, they are there intact. There is a 39th caste which doesn't agree with caste. So, reform could not produce that impact on the society. And therefore it is still going and still in the same condition. And fourth was go to basics. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda. So we have forgotten ourselves, what we are, what for we are. All these things we have to remember. We have to remove the ignorance from our people. We have to remove their poverty and enable them to understand this. Due to the awakening inside, outside awakening will come. the founder of Sangha, Dr. Keshav Balram Hedgewar, born patriot, how in some class 3rd or 4th primary school, there was the centenary celebration of Victoria's rule. And because we were slaves at British, it was celebrated here also in government schools, particularly. And Keshav was studying in government school and he was given the sweets on that day. He threw them in the dustbin. So teachers asked him, "You are not eating sweets." He said, "This is not celebration for us. The people who enslaved us, their queen. How can this be? This is for us a day of condolence. And the sweets you are distributing is poison pills." That type of fiery individual he was since his childhood. He lost his parents on a single day. They were serving the patients of plague and contracted plague. And within the distance of 1 hour, both father and mother died. Always. So police came and became active. All schools were closed. They started investigating. For 4 months, investigation went on. They could not find who were the planners. So ultimately a compromise was reached that every student should enter the class. On the entrance, the teacher will stand and will ask him, "You committed wrong, no?" He said yes. Or he should just nod. Then he will be allowed to join the class. With such nominal apology, schools were started. But there were 2 students who refused to offer this nominal apology also. One of them was Keshav. So in those times, Rashtriya schools were run by our patriots or such schools. So he went in one of such schools, thereby not giving you a time. But that school was also by the British government. Then he appeared privately and passed in first class in matriculation. Seeing this spark in him, the leaders in Nagpur, they contributed some money and sent Dr. Hedgewar to learn medicine to Kolkata, National Medical School. The main job was to contact the Anushilan Committee, which was the coordination committee of Indian revolutionaries, and to establish the revolutionary work in these parts. So duly he contacted that committee, he passed all the different tests of revolutionaries, and he became the core committee member of the Anushilan Committee and was entrusted with the responsibility of organizing the revolutionary work from Rajasthan to Andhra or Telangana. In this region, he used to bring the revolutionaries, establish them in different places, supply of arms, planning of actions, all these things he was in. And also he passed his medical examination final after 4 years in first class. The job was ready for him in Burma. But he told his principal, "I don't want to have that job." He asked, "How will you feed your family? You have no family. I will not marry. I have taken oath that in this life I will worry only for my needs. My individual career, etc. I have postponed them to next life." And therefore, when he came back to Nagpur after passing the medical examination, registered medical practitioner, he passed, but he never practiced. He told his uncle, who was his sole guardian, "I don't want to marry. I am doing this work. I will have to suffer. I don't want any partner in my sufferings." And therefore, he continued with the public work. The revolutionary movement by that time, this wave failed due to many intrinsic lacks. But then there was Congress movement going on under the leadership of Lokmaanya Tilak. The Asahyoga Andolan started. So in that, he went from village to village, delivered speeches and take part in that movement. So he was tried for sedition. Rajadroha. That sedition episode he gave his defense. There were lawyers, as a condemnation of the attitude of British government, said we cannot fight this because you are partial. You are bent giving him some imprisonment. So we don't want to fight. As a condemnation of your attitude, we recuse ourselves. So Dr. Edgar said, all right, I will fight my own case. And he gave his defense speech. He started with the question, which international law permits the British people to come from so many miles here over the seas and rule Bharat? There is no such law. Independence is a fundamental right of everyone. That is the world accepted truth. So your government is illegal, your rule here is illegal, your courts, your magistrates, everything is illegal. I don't accept that. You cannot try me. So judge just sentenced him to 1 year rigorous imprisonment with the remark that the speeches for which he is being tried, the defense speech will be more than those speeches. That type of person he was. And he worked in every one of those 4 streams. He had friends from all thought streams. Therefore, he had discussions with the prominent leaders of his time. Lokmanya Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Savarkar, Subhash Babu ji, Madan Mohan Malviya, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Chandrasekhar Azad. And then he came to know that what I am experiencing, and after giving thought to it, what conclusion I have in mind, there is the same conclusion in everybody's mind. They used to think that, okay, we have taken up an issue and fighting for it, we will settle the issue for once. But what is the guarantee that it will not be repeated? British are the 8th. What is the guarantee that 9th will not come and will not conquer us? Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar voiced the same worry. While he delivered the constitution, he gave 2 speeches in our parliament. It was then, I think, Constitutional Committee. He said that no enemy of Bharat conquered Bharat due to his own strength. Our quarrels gave them chance to conquer us. And today, we are sitting here in the parliament in opposite camps and criticizing each other. All right, that is the way in democracy. But we have to take care that this fraternity thing is prevalent in the society. If that we don't do, Constitution will not protect you. This type of worry was in everyone's mind. But they were engaged in their own tasks. They had dedicated their lives for that. So Dr. Edgar said, if this is so important an work, which will fulfill all the things, then I will experiment and I will carry on with this work. Many people are paying attention to all other things. So for 8 to 10 years, he experimented. How can this society all over Bharat can be united and can be uplifted in terms of qualities? Ekata or Gunavatta. We have to work for that. And then after that experimentation, he had quite a good friend circle, and the collegians and senior school students, they came with him because everybody else was engaged in other activities which were more famous. So with them he declared that from today, on the Vijayadashmi day of 1925, from today, this Sangha, which organizes the Hindu society, has been started. Then everybody came and what are we to do now? Declaration is over. What to do? He said, sit together and think. He did not reveal or he did not dictate. He collectively, he thought with everybody else, and whatever was the conclusion was enacted by them. For 14 years after Sangha was established, this process went on in Sangha. And on the basis of actual field experiences of the Karyakartas, a methodology was fixed, how to unite and qualify the society. That methodology is given the name Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. I am telling you this because many times people get confused because they see Sangha not through Sangha. They see Sangha through what Swayamsevaks do. So Vishwa Hindu Parishad is there, and by seeing Vishwa Hindu Parishad activities, they try to understand Sangha. Or by seeing Modi ji, Amit Shah ji or BJP, they try to understand Sangha. Or by seeing Vidyarthi Parishad, they try to understand Sangha. That is not the way. What these organizations are, there are Swayamsevaks in it. But not only Swayamsevaks. Many other people are also there. Swayamsevaks, they have their influence. But these works have been created by Swayamsevaks, not by Sangha. They are independent, autonomous, separate. They have their own bodies, their own executives, their own treasury. They have their own setup, separate setup. They think independently. We do not remotely or directly control anybody. We cannot do it with our Swayamsevaks also, those who come to Shaka. Because to control anybody, you have to have some power. There is no power. If a Swayamsevak disobeys us, what can we do? We can do nothing. We don't have any power. Not legal power, not actual power of the chair, nothing. It is by our own volition we are working in Sangha. It is due to friendship and love. So there is no control. They are our Swayamsevaks. We come together, we talk together, we give advice to each other. And if any worthwhile work is to be done by anybody, not only Swayamsevak, not only these organizations, by any other organization, then we help them all according to our strength. So don't try to gauge Sangha through the lenses you use for studying these organizations. They are different. Sangha doesn't do anything else. To organize the whole society, to change their behavior, Samaja Parivartan. And Samaja Parivartan cannot happen without creating an atmosphere, because society doesn't think, doesn't follow, doesn't act on its own. Common people, they follow their icons, their peers, their role models. When I was in college, there was a Hindi picture, Coolie. You might have heard of it or you might not have. Amitabh Bachchan was acting there, and in that Coolie picture, Coolie means porter on the station or in the dock. So he wore the red shirt. Because he was icon of the young generation then, everybody stitched a red shirt for themselves. And everybody used to wear red shirt. Why are you wearing red shirt? Because Amitabh Bachchan is wearing red shirt. Why he is doing it, nobody knows. What is the benefit? Nobody knows. Just they follow blindly. Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Or yadyada charita shretha tatta deve tarojana. Sa yat pramanam kuruti lokastadam. That is the nature of common people. So we have to create in every village and every part of the cities, every basti of the cities, a group of people who are selfless, dedicated, people believe in them, they are in live contact with the popular life, and they are working only for the betterment of people and country. That is what Sangathan means, creating a country-wide set of such iconic workers that we call Vyakti Nirman, creating such individuals. So this creating the individuals is the only work RSS pays attention to and nothing else. When we complete this work, sufficient number in sufficient proportions all over the country, then we don't want to do any other work because all other things will be taken care of the awakened society. Therefore, to see Sangha, you have to come to Sangha. You have to see it from inside, experience it. Sangha want to organize the society, whole of the Hindu society. Sangha doesn't want to have an influential organization within the society. We don't want to be a group, powerful group, majority group. No, we want to be entire society. And that entire society is Hindu society. Now, when we say Hindu, तुरंत काम खड़े हो जाते हैं. Why not Muslims? Why not Christians? First thing is, Hindu is the responsible society of Bharat. And Hindu is the traditional society of Bharat. Secondly, Hindu and Muslims and Christians and Yahudis and Parsis, etc. is a wrong set. In mathematics, you have a set of similar things. Now, Christians, Muslims, Jews, Parsis is a set. But the moment you add Hindu, the set becomes different. Because Hindu is not a particular religion. There is no Hindu religion. But there are Hindu religions. Hindu is not a noun. Hindu is an adjective. Hindu doesn't denote which God you worship or which food you eat, whether you are non-veg or veg. Hindu denotes that in spite of being what you are, you respect all others, accept all others. That has been the nature of Bharat, traditionally. Even in Upanishads, there are stories that a wise man was there and other 5 wise men from all over the part, they came to ask him, which God should we worship? We are worshipping Prithvi. I am worshipping Agni. I am worshipping Jala. What God you worship? Then he says, you are worshipping Prithvi. That is why you are getting all the alms and you are very happy. You are worshipping Jala. That is why you are all these, to everybody he says, because you are worshipping your God, you are in good condition. So again they are confused. So which God should we worship? Then he smiles and says, see, what we worship is part of the whole. We must always remember, when we worship, we are worshipping a part that we can perceive. But there is a whole. And that whole matters, not your part. It is just a way to approach the whole. In Mahimna Stotra, Ruchinam Vaichitriat, Ruju Kutilanana Pathitam, all these things are there. First time this word was used in literature, not in literature, in Upadesha by Guru Nanak Dev. In literature it was already there. Before that it was with the traders. Because other people told us you are Hindus. Our intellectuals, generally intellectuals, pick the foreign things rapidly. So it came to our literature. But when it came to popular talk, then Santa, they pick from popular language. They always talk in people's language. When Babar aggression was there, in a particular place in Punjab, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was present and he, with his own eyes, saw what happens when Babar invades. So he has described, A long description is there. Turkestan khasmaha kiya, Hindustan taraya. Then ultimately he says, हिंदू महिलाओं का शील नहीं बचा, मुस्लिम महिलाओं की असमत नहीं बची. Because there were already converted Muslims when Babur came. 11 sultans were already over. Then the Mughals came. Now because Babur invaded everybody. He didn't saw Hindu Muslim. So Nanak Dev Ji described. Muslims, very categorized were, everybody knows. Those who worship only one God, Allah. Those who refer to only Quran and Hadith. And those who say that Pagambar was the last prophet. Nobody after him. He was the supreme. Those only are Muslims. If in one you are lacking, you are not a Muslim. Another word he used, Hindu. But Hindus have nothing particular thing like this. There were Vaishnavas, Shakta, Shaiva, Ganapatya, Saura, Jaina, Bauddha, everybody was there. But instead of naming each one categorically, Guru Nanak Dev Ji summed them up in one term, Hindu, because the common thing was, and it is still a common thing, every thought that originates from Bharat, whether it is Nastik or Astik, whether it is material or spiritual, they are very keen to give their argument. They believe implicitly in what they say. They also live what they say, but they say other modes, other ways of living, they are also true. Eventually, they will reach the same thing. All may not be equal. सभी धर्म श्रेष्ठ है, नहीं हमारा धर्म श्रेष्ठ है, लेकिन तुम्हारा धर्म तुम्हारे लिए है, वो भी कभी ना कभी वहीं जाएगा जहां हम जा रहे हैं. All will reach the same goal, and therefore don't quarrel taking the ways at the bone of contention. Live together, work together, stay together, progress together. That is dharma. Dharma is not religion. Hindu is dharma. And the Sanskriti on the basis of that. This has been the tradition in Bharat. That is why Hindustan is Hindu nation. Because this has originated from the realization that existence is one. That fact, its realization has been achieved by our ancestors, hoary ancestors. And we continue in that stream till now. Through all the upheavals of the history, we held fast to only one thing, this, our Dharma Samskriti. All other things we let go when time came. But we never let go of our Dharma Samskriti. Every policy was tried, every party was tried, everything was tried. But still we are not that much progressive. Why? Because the key to progress doesn't lie in government or policies, vyavastha. It lies in the behavior of people, quality of people and their unity. That is why Sangha says that now that we are in certain position after 100 years, we want to network the Sajjana Shakti of our country. You are all included in that Sajjana Shakti. Those who may be affiliated to a party or individual or organization or not, who may be active publicly or not, but whatever they do, they are doing for the upliftment of our nation. They are doing it for the emancipation of our people. They are doing it honestly. They are doing it with dedication. This is Sajjan Shakti, and it is a huge Shakti. Whatever we see going wrong in our country, media depicts only wrongs, because that only becomes news. Going right is never in news. Dogs bites my man is never in news. Man bites a dog. So media will never show how good things are happening. At least 40 times more good things are happening in our country. And that is due to this suggestion. They should be networked. They should go in one direction. They should be together. They should not mix. If they want, they can mix also. But they can do their own work. But know that we are not alone. There are so many. And with the single aim of emancipation of our nation, they should work in one direction. That will create an atmosphere in which society changes its way. And therefore, to achieve this, we have to grow. After 100 years also, we are described now, I don't know whether it is true or not, that the largest non-governmental self-dependent organization of the world. Maybe we are, but we are not still sufficient for that. 142 crores. Those who call themselves Hindu, at least 100 crores. We have a membership of maximum 60-70 lakhs. We don't need 100 crores. But to achieve that proportion, we need at least 2 crores. A group of 10 or 12 villages, we call it mandal. There are about 60,000 mandals. We are in 40,000. About in cities and towns, 10,000 population is one basti. We have about 45,000 bastis. We are in 23,000. So we have to grow. Then this networking will come about and society will be prepared by our shakhas to follow the Sajjan Shakti, not the Bollywood or politics heroes. Those who are Sajjan in them, okay, they will make the it will make do if we follow them. But there are a few people. So following Sajjan Shakti. And then on the strength of the organization of the entire Hindu society, those who call themselves Hindu, if they get organized and they have strength and their life is better, then those who have forgotten, they will remember. And those who have selfish concern will also toe the same tune. That we know. Hindutva has become a forefront topic. So there are many people who used to abuse Hindu society, Hindu Dharma Sanskriti. They now go to Manas Sarovar, have a dip and take a selfie and just make it viral. It happens. So this organization will grow, and then we have to also educate those who do not call themselves Hindus, but they are Hindus. Because they are aggressive, Hindus must be strong. He must be able to defend. Nobody should dare to look at Hindus with some evil intention. That should be the strength. But how Hindus use their strength? They are good people. Bad people use strength to दुर्बल को तकलीफ, विद्या विवादाय धनम मदाय शक्ति परेशान परपीडनाय खलस्य. That is how the khalas, dushtas, they do it like this. Sadho viparithameta danaya jnanaya danaya cha rakshana. Utilize your vidya to spread knowledge. Utilize your money for dana. Earn much but give more. And then, if you have strength, you have to protect the weak. That is what Hindu society thinks. So a strong Hindu will always make others non-aggressive, will always create in them a genuine fraternity with whole of the universe. Because we follow Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. To that goal, we have to take our country, and in Sangha's 100 years experience, this is the only way. And therefore, there is an appeal. Come to Sangha. Have your training in Shaka, because speaking is all right. We agree intellectually, we agree mentally, but it is a matter of habit. Habit has to be changed. Last 2000 years, we started forgetting ourselves first. And it corrupted our habits. And we had Veda and we had Swarth. We quarreled amongst ourselves. Foreigners took advantage of that. And they started more quarrels and deepened other quarrels which were going on from before they came. And therefore, we have to change that habit. The Sangha methodology, that is called Shaka, it is such methodology, 1 hour daily. The exercise of mind, exercise of body, exercise of your intellect. Forget everything else, remember only your Matrubhumi and your brothers. Matrubhumi ki santan. Sing the glory of your motherland. Sing the glory of your ancestors. Try to emulate them. And mingle with your own brothers. Don't ask their caste. Don't ask their religion. Don't ask their language or province. Don't ask how much money they are. Whoever it is, son of Bharat Mata is my own brother. Daily mingle up with them, play with them in this holy land of Bharat Mata. Exercise together for the upliftment of our intellect, mind and body. Do it daily. It will change your habit. That is the methodology. Now we don't claim that only those who go to Shaka are like this. There are people who are outside Sangha. There are many institutions outside Sangha who are also working for the same goal in their own way, with their own methodology. So, okay, if you want to work in Shaka, no, you cannot. Then if whatever inclination you have, whatever time you have, whatever taste you have, we have that type of work. Now, if you have a theme, we have a team. And if you have a theme, we have a team. If you have a team, we have a team. So there are so many works going on. There are so many organizations. There are so many gatividhis. Goraksha, Gram Vikas, etc., etc. So many institutions working for so many objects. Whatever time you have, whatever taste you have, we can give you some. You can work there. Or you can say, no, I have my own work, I am doing it very good, excellently, working for the nation, selflessly. I am also doing some service. Okay, then we will go together, help each other. Oh, I don't want any help. Okay, you work and we will clap. We will make you, keep you in contact. You keep us in contact. Because together we have to go. All the good forces, they have to be together. So many machinations against our country, society, dharma are going on. They are fighting together. They are backed by the societies, knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly. They have created artificial constructs of their society so that everybody has to follow what leadership wants. And leadership wants domination, nothing else. They are all aggressive and their goal is domination. So in this situation, Hindu society has to go together. All Sajjan Shakti has to go together. So even if you do your own work excellently, honestly, without any selfish motive, without asking for a ticket in Chunav, okay, you are working for the country. Even if you don't know RSS, we hold that you are our Swachh. Vinobaji, Guruji went to set our second satsang, Golwalkar. He went to see him. So after seeing him, Vinobaji gave one remark. Guruji, I am Asabhya Sabhya of your Sangha. Now Asabhya also means uncivilized, but he didn't mean that. Asabhya means who do not go to Sabha. So I do not come to Sangha, I do not attend your programs, I do not wear your ganvesh, but still I am what is mentioned should be. So I am Asabhya Sabhya. That is what he said. So we recognize the presence of such Asabhya Sabhyas in our society. All those who are honestly, without any selfish motive, working for this country and bring excellence in their work, we say they are doing something. Even if they say that no, we are not Swachhs, we in our mind hold them as Swachhs. The point is, you have to work. You have to provide answers. You have asked so many questions, which I am going to answer in next session. But really asking questions is not required. Providing answers is required. And there are different answers to different questions, but the root answer lies in one thing, man making. Sangha is doing that job, and Sangha will continue to do this job till a particular proportion of such individuals happens here, because after that the atmosphere of our country will be entirely changed and society will come together and take the country forward on the path of dharma. That is what we demand in our prarthana. O God, Vijayatri Chanas Samhata Karya Shakti Vidhayasya Dharmasya Samrakshanam Param Vaibhum Nitumetat Swaratram Samartha Bhavatu Akshishate Bhusha. With the organized might of the entire society protecting our dharma, we want to take this nation at the peak of its glory. For that, we are enabling ourselves. Oh God, give us that Ashirwad. That is what our prarthana is. And to this end, I ask you to join this activity in some way. Come inside, see, because there is no admission, nothing formal. You can come whenever you want, see us from inside, go out whenever you want. If you don't like, you can even oppose. That is up to you. Whatever you do should not be based on perception or propaganda. It should be based on the facts. So to see these facts, verify the facts which I have told you, you have to come inside, see us for 1 year, 2 years. And then when you say, okay, it is what he told us, you can work with us. If you say, no, I don't want this work, okay, you can go out and do your own thing. So with this, I conclude my speech. In next session, some questions are there, I will answer. And of course, in such functions, last I have to add something, which is very formal, not really required, but that is the custom. So, for say 20 minutes, I will speak again. Till that, we will have some respite.